Hi friends, welcome to another video in this Best of Guru channel. Today we have a different type of video and a different personality altogether. She is from a small town and she has been passionate about art and culture, which India is always cherished about. She is engineering graduate, but she turned into a artist painter, and then she is doing lot of cultural activities as of now. And she is also an illustrator, and her illustrations has grabbed my attention, and that's why I focused to do her interview today, which inspired me a lot. I should thank her mother for this because due to her video I came to know about this wonderful woman's work into art and culture of India. She is none other than Medhavi Sharma from Jammu and Kashmir. I am always going every nook and corner of India. This is first time I am touching Jammu and Kashmir. I am very privileged to have you, Medhavi. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm good, and the weather is also very nice. And
Cool.
it's a great day to be giving this interview.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity for me because whenever I see an artist in my channel, I feel so excited and I am honored for that.
Thank you so much. It's a thing of honor for me instead.
Thank you.
I would rather thank you.
So how is COVID over there?
The war is going on, and
COVID, sorry.
Yes. So the COVID war is going on many fronts. I think everyone is fighting in their own ways. The people who are quarantined at home, they are fighting in their own ways, and the people who are going outside doing their duties, the policemen, the doctors, health workers, everyone, shopkeepers, all of them are fighting this war every day in and out.
You are one of the warriors.
Yeah, I'm fighting this war in my own artistic way. So, yeah.
Tell me something about you, Medhavi.
Thank you so much. So, yeah, like you said, my name is Medhavi Sharma, and I come from a small town in Jammu and Kashmir, and the town is called Udhampur. So I have been creatively inclined since my childhood. I always had that bent towards art and creative things. But when I was in class 4 or 5, I think at that time in my school, I got to know about the miniature painting. There's a place called Basohli near Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir, and a painting form which is called as Basohli painting, which originated there around the 17th and 18th centuries. I was exposed to that form of painting when I was very little in my school during class 4 or 5. I started learning that. I used to go to the art room and spend a lot of time there, trying to understand the nuances of the Soli painting. I would go on drawing the same figure again and again on piles of sketchbooks just to get it right, because it takes a lot of perfection and a lot of patience, and there are small little things which you need to pick up. Like as a child, I would say that if I have to talk about my creative journey, so my foundation is Basoli painting that started building when I was in class 4 or 5. Like I was very little. Since I'm a very curious person, so I kept experimenting with new mediums, new forms of art throughout my school time, and even during my engineering days. So I did computer science engineering. Whatever time I used to get from my academics, I used to spend that exploring different art forms. I this Around that time in my college, I started designing garments out of waste. So we used to have these festivals in the college. So I used to take part in all of them, and it was a mind opener for me. Like I used to explore a lot, and I used to draw doodles. Like even while sitting in the class, when a lecture was going on, I would turn to the last page of my notes, and I would keep drawing doodles with my black pen. So yeah, that happened. But after that, a major breakthrough came when I went outside of Jammu and Kashmir. It was then that I realized that I started questioning that where do I come from? I realized that when people from Jammu and Kashmir move outside of JNK, there are a lot of stereotypes, like they must be roaming around the mountains with sheep, or all of them speak Kashmiri, all of them eat apples. It's not like that. In Jammu and Kashmir, there are people from diverse cultures who live together, and one of them is the Dogra people. So I am a Dogra person. And so it was then that I started questioning my roots. And I thought that maybe I should explore it. And even like being an artist, it is my responsibility also to not just to understand my roots for myself, but to also bring it forward for the world to know that Jammu and Kashmir is so diverse. There are so many different cultures living together. It was then that I started my series, which is called as the Stories of Dogra Pradesh. So Dogra Pradesh is basically this Jammu region. It is Jammu and Kashmir. So the Jammu region, mainly we call it as Dogra Pradesh. So yeah, I bring forward the stories of Dogra Pradesh in different forms these days.
So you are an engineering student. So people see it's a what you call computer generation nowadays, and you are a young student of engineering. Your thoughts will be like you should be doing something in engineering and all. So it is really a different career you chose now because artist a completely cultural background and it is something traditional. So what actually inspired you to take this artist thing?
I think being an artist is not really a choice. It is something that you are born with. That seed was always there inside me. And like for not just for me, for every artist, I think they already have a seed in them. And so what inspired me was everything basically. We wake up to so many stories around us, we wake up to such a beautiful nature around us, so I cannot stop myself from picking up a canvas and drawing it, or illustrating it or animating it. But I would tell you one thing, that after my engineering, I was working for not for very long, but for 3 months only. And then I got into National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad. So I left my job and I joined the master's degree program in NID Ahmedabad for textile design, because I thought that I wanted something which helps me explore my creative side, as well as it gives me an environment to learn from other like-minded people. So yeah, NID was the answer for it. It was indeed a mind opener. Like there are many fields there. There's animation, there's film, there's ceramics, furniture, textile design, apparel design, so much. So it was when I went there, it really opened my mind to so many different things. Like I would walk along the corridor and find all my batchmates doing different sorts of crazy things, like somebody's sitting and making a doodle, somebody's designing a chair, somebody is weaving a cloth. So it opened my mind to not just like, till then I was an artist, as I would call myself, but after going to NID, I think I got another perspective, that of a designer, to so now when I look at things, I can look at it as an engineer, I can look at it as an artist, and I can look at it as a designer. So basically, it opens up one's mind.
So I have seen so many types of paintings like sketch painting, water painting, different types of paints. But when I saw your Insta post and also your FB post, your illustrations looks really different. Really something. It takes me to 40 years old or to my childhood days. So one of the best video I have seen is that one lady is cooking something with that coal and those things.
Yeah,
Boboji, what is her name? Is it a name or
yeah,
what? Boboji.
yeah. I'll tell
Sorry
you
for
about it.
mispronouncing. Is it Boboji or
No, no,
Bobo?
no.
Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah, it is
So what
Boboji.
is that
It's correct.
character is all about?
So, in Duggar Pradesh, like I told you, in Dogri language, elder sisters are referred to as Boboji. So, Boboji is any woman that you respect a lot, that you who is elder than you, and you. It's a lot of respect you have when you call her with the name Boboji. So, it is something that we used to address elderly, not elderly, like elder to you, women who are like sister like for you. So Boboji is a character she's a Dogra character. She's a woman in her late 60s. And through Boboji and her family, I try to bring forward the stories of Uttar Pradesh, how people go about their daily lives, how they celebrate their festivals, what is the cuisine, what sort of clothes they wear, and the one that you are talking about,
She
wherever
cooks
you're
some
cooking.
cheese in that maybe.
Yes,
Did
yes.
you do
So,
that really? I mean,
yes, yes.
in real world, you did. Do you know cooking cheese like that? In that
I
form, or
might not
by
be that.
handling that coal and all.
I might not
Sometimes.
be that perfect.
Do you people who are seeing this video? I want to share one
Yeah.
thing. I learnt my kindergarten in the lamps. So 40 years back, when I was very young, my father was a forest officer. So we used to stay in forest quarters and all. So we used to stay in remote villages where there is some. This one is there, na? We will make fire having those sticks, wood sticks. So, so that is one video which really inspires me in Medhavi art. That is Boboji. I thought of my mother because she used to cook that way 40 years back. So very inspiring and heart touching, and a little bit fun also because those conversation looks very funny. Who does that
Yeah.
voiceovers? You only?
No, no, no. It's my mother.
Acha.
So she does the voiceover for Boboji.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it reminded you of your mother. So for me, in all my work that I do, nostalgia is a very important feeling I want to arouse amongst the people who are watching my work. So I feel really fulfilled now that you've said that it actually reminded
Yeah,
you of your
actually, I'm a
mother.
very
So I'm very
emotional
happy.
person. I keep on motivating myself. When I see something, I get inspired a lot, and also I get demotivated very easily. So, your art is making me positive vibes for me. So, I am feeling very childish now because I am going to 40 years old in my childhood days because those art will give such an happy feeling in these pandemic days. Thanks for bringing those things, Medhavi. And coming to this
Thank
Parolaa,
you.
what is this Parolaa?
So Parolaa is basically it's a wall painting form. So if you go to rural areas in Uttar Pradesh, it's very rare. You won't find it that often, but because it's a dying art form. So if you go to rural areas, at some places you might find very intricate flower-like patterns made on kacha walls. So that is what Parola is. Parola is basically that soil-like material which is
Hmm.
used to make those intricate patterns. So basically, in if we talk about the gist, Parolaa is the soil of Uttar Pradesh, and since my work is all about connecting to the roots to understand the things which were originally done here and the things which are no longer happening, we don't no longer see around, like the authentic ways of celebrating the festivals and all of that. So that's why I chose the name Parola, because what better than the soil of the place where you're born, than what better than
Yeah.
that to
Nowadays,
mention?
students are looking whenever they get an opportunity, they want to fly to US or UK or some other foreign countries. But you are so inspiring that you are loving your soil, your homeland, and your own place. So that is very unique. And coming to this art, that is you told na Parola. So is it the similar one? See, we in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh in South, we have some painting in the pots, like white paints or something. This is also a craft and culture we follow here. Is it the same way or is it a different one? See, we use something na for this rangolis and all that powder.
Right.
They will make with
Yes,
that
yes.
and they, yeah, is that the same thing? The paint on
I
the.
think it's the same thing because what we use is also white powder like material, and we use it to draw on walls. And once it dries down, it is there for Like
Yeah,
it
I
is
saw
very
in
stable and it
some of
remains
the
there.
traditional restaurants also in our city, that is in
Okay.
Hyderabad. That gives a little bit of a soothing feeling. Coming to another question, that is stitching. You told na this embroidery thing. Okay. There is another art in your Insta or Facebook where one woman is stitching her clothes and seeing her kacha walls. So, what is she actually doing? She want to paint her wall with those embroidery things or what?
Okay, okay, okay. So I think that is an animated video that you
Animated
saw.
illustration
Uh,
where she is stitching
right,
her clothes and watching that kacha
right.
wall,
Yes.
the wall
So
paint.
that is a part of my that project is a part of my academic program in NID. So that woman is from Romania, and it's a real story. So
Oh,
there was a woman in Romania. Yeah, she used to live in a village, and one day she got so there was some problem in the village that people did not used to visit that, and she wanted more people to visit her village so that there could be more opportunities of tourism and all. So once she got an idea that she'll start painting the exteriors of her house, and she painted it so beautifully. And the motifs that she made on the walls were inspired by Romanian textiles, the blouses and everything.
mm,
That was so beautiful that the
yes,
whole
yes.
village was inspired, and all of them got their walls painted. And then the situation turned in a way that the whole village was known by these paintings made on the wall, and they got a lot of tourism. And that woman's name is Leontina. So it
Mhm.
is that story is about how a single woman's idea of a very simple idea turned the entire village into a living museum. And how every, like, especially if we see that women even in India who live in their own houses, especially in rural India, they invest a lot of time in crafts, like they would sew things, or they would embroider, or they would weave. So I think it is very much into the very nature of the, the very feminine nature to be creating things and to take care of things. And every woman is, I think, an artist in one way or the other. So that was like a tribute to Leontina and to all women in general.
So, is that painting done by you, the one which is beside you?
Yes.
What is that? Can you
This
show
one.
to our audience?
Yeah. So this is a miniature painting,
Acha.
and it's very old. I
Mhm.
had done it when I was in class 9, I think,
Mhm.
and I've kept it framed in my room because I'm very
Yeah.
fond of it.
So it is
Yes.
natural. See, we are taking all wallpapers of some fantasy people, but this is what we need to do. We need to frame our own things, whatever we do, with passion. And coming to your video interview with J&K 24 into 7 News, in that I saw a poem or something you sung there. I think you told there that your mother has given the lyrics for that. Regarding that king, some king is there, na? That is Jammu
Okay.
Kashmir
Yes.
king or what?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Can you tell me something
So
about it?
yeah. So my mother is a writer and she's a poetess, and I'm lucky to have a poetess in my house. So whenever I
That's
make
why you are
some,
lucky that you are doing these all things. Otherwise, as engineering student, if your father and mother is engineers, then I don't think you might get this much of appreciation and
right,
support.
they have been, yeah, they
Yeah.
have been very supportive. In fact, the environment in my house is completely like, it's very inspiring. Like I always find my mother writing or doing some sort of creative things, and my father is very supportive. He is
Yes. Yes.
always like helping my
I
mother,
think.
and he's always correcting her. Like if she, whenever she writes something, my father is the scanner through whom the all her work has to pass, and when once it gets verified, then it goes to the world. So all in all, it's a very supportive environment I'm lucky to be growing in.
Yes, yes. When
And
parents are supportive, people can do many things what they like with their heart and soul. Otherwise, they should be mechanical and they want to do something and they will do something. So, parents are main key for me. I think even my parents has done the same thing. but unfortunately, I am not same as you. I will touch many things, and I am a jack of all trades, perfect in nothing. That is
I
my
think that
nature.
is also important. I think being a jack of all trades is very important.
When I
Like you
see
are,
my journey, I did so many things, but none of them I am perfect about. So it's been 40 years. Nobody knows who is Gurunath, why he is there, still here, what he is doing there. Okay. Anyway, coming to the subject. So Dumapur, what is that town name? Your hometown?
Udhampur.
Udhampur, yes,
Udhampur.
sorry. Yeah, Udhampur. So Udhampur is a very small town. So how about your friends? What did they say? Coming to parents, it's okay. Coming to the friends zone also very important when you are taking into any career or you want to grow into any field. So your friends should support. So how did you get support from your friends? Because they might be telling, "Arey, are you done engineering? Why are you doing all these things and all? You should focus on your engineering. You should earn so much money, or you should go to somewhere something for space and all. Why you are going to again village and all?" These type of negative things commonly will arise. How did you overcome all those roadblocks?
So for me, I have many acquaintances, but when it comes to friends, I have a handful of very good friends, like very close knit friends. And I'm lucky that I they always supported me and they understood because like with friends you spend a lot of time, so they understand your nature and what you like and all. So
Exactly.
I've been lucky in that regard, and my friends have always supported me. Whenever there is some opportunity or anything, they just message me and they tell me that you can, do this. Or when I make things, they always give me a very good feedback, like positive, negative, both, because they want my work to be even better and they always want me to keep growing. So I think my friends have always been very supportive.
Mhm. So, now, what is your future plans?
So right now I am, like I told you, I'm enrolled in my master's degree. It has been 2 years and it would take another 1 year. Apart from that, I think I don't really have anything planned up as of now. Things will unfold in their own natural way. But if we talk about long term dreams, I really want to do something about Duggar Pradesh, about the place I come from, about the craft that are here, the textiles, the craft, the art, especially the miniature art form, Basohli painting. And I would really like to contribute in some way. I don't know how. I might want to have a studio on the mountains someday. So yeah, that is. I have these dreams.
I saw a teaser a few days back. So, what is it?
So I've been animating a music video.
Mhm.
So the language is Dogri, which is the indigenous language of Jammu, and it is an animated music video. So I've been working on not me, not I alone. It's like we are a team. My mother has written the lyrics. We have very talented singers Ruhi and Juhi who have sung the song for us, and we have my batchmate from NIT, Dibanjan. He's doing the compositing and sound. So all of us together we are coming up with this music video, and it is basically a little monsoon song, and it
Mm.
will take you through how monsoon happens in the mountains and the little nuances of monsoon. So the teaser is out, and we will be releasing the whole song in a day or two.
You do have a blog called Art of Syndrome previously, and as a poet, as a little bit singer in you, and a little bit artistic, everything you have, and you are apt for blogging. Why did you stop blogging? I am really stunned about that.
No, I did not stop. I renamed my
Uh-huh.
I renamed the art syndrome as Parolaa,
Okay.
because
Uh-huh.
like when we
But you
grow
should
up,
change your Facebook some handles. It is still showing the Art of Syndrome, which is not linking to the correct address. I will let you know
I'll
in
check.
the offline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, still you are doing. That's good. I appreciate for that because a poet and an artist definitely should have a blog, at least an YouTube channel, parallel if
Yes.
possible. But blog is a
Yeah, I have my
compulsory thing.
website also.
Mm-hmm.
I have my website also, www.medhavisharma.com.
Okay,
So
but
it has
yeah, okay.
most of my work.
Hmm.
Most of my work, textile
You have your
related work.
portfolio over there. Yes, I saw that.
Yeah,
But coming to personal blogging, I think the art of syndrome, I think you changed it to Parolaa now. Okay, I got it.
right, right.
So
Yes.
Parolaa, guys, do watch Parolaa. Her social handle also Parolaa in Instagram, and I bet you that I am not a doctor. That this is a medicine bolke, but when you see Instagram pictures in Parolaa Medhavi Sharma, definitely you will have your day, and you feel very happy, and you feel very comfortable, and you have a positive thoughts, and all the arts she has done are fantastic, and most of them are really mind blowing. Finally, any thoughts, Medhavi? Because I don't
Uh,
know what to ask because I am very new to this subject. Normally, I want to touch your blogging section, but this art has inspired me, so I am doing most of the part with this. So you can share something which I have missed that is well and good. Please do tell us to our audience.
Firstly, I would like to thank you for saying such kind words about me. And in fact, I feel inspired that my work is being acknowledged from some place far as Hyderabad. So that is a huge
South
thing for
India,
me.
you will get
So
some fans from South India also.
thank you so much. Also, I think I did not answer one question you had asked that about the Maharaja illustration.
Yes, yes.
So that illustration was about Maharaja. Yeah, that was about Maharaja Gulab Singh. He was the first Dogra king of Jammu, Jammu and Kashmir, and so that illustration was about the Tilak ceremony, as in like I don't like the coronation ceremony of Maharaja Gulab Singh Ji. So yeah, and my mother had written a song. So all in all, we made a whole visual of how the coronation ceremony is happening at Geopota Ghat in Jammu, and um, the song was being played in the background. So yeah, it was about that.
So you have already
And
sung that song in JNK channel, so I don't want to
yes,
ask again. But you want to sing another poem or some lyrics for our audience too?
one should I sing? I can sing the one which is being released in a few days.
Yeah, that can be fine.
Okay. Can I take a minute to remember?
Yeah, shall I be
Maybe
ready,
pause a little
or I should run away? Is
bit.
I will be fine now
uh,
after listening.
I'm not a singer. I can't guarantee that, but
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Otherwise,
I I can keep the mic away from my mouth. जियो पोते काट मथे तिलक हालाया जियो पोते काट मथे तिलक हालाया हो राजा बनी वीर साड़ा डोगरा आया हो राजा बनी वीर साड़ा डोगरा आया सजी सजी गया सोना दरबार लोको आई जदों अपनी गे सरकार लोको साड़ी रियास देगी सुर्ग बनाया हो राजा बनी वीर साड़ा डोगरा आया हो राजा बनी वीर साड़ा डोगरा आया. So basically, this translates to this that now our own Dogra has come, Maharaja Singh Ji have come, and they have become the king, and all the people are very happy,
Mhm.
and they are looking forward to a very prosperous and very happy Uttar Pradesh.
So you look, see, your voice is not bad actually. So I thought you sung way better than your previous thing. Actually, you are a poet, right? You did some poems also.
Yes, yes, yes.
Where they are in your
I
Insta?
mostly
Or where do you
I
post?
mostly write. I mostly write in English and I don't post most of my writings.
Yeah, I saw one or
Some,
two, but they are inspiring. Why can't you post many?
yes, yes. I don't post the very
At
personal
least
ones, but I post.
once in a week, so that we will get inspired and motivated.
Right, right, right.
And one last question regarding your Dogra. So now several states have different cultures, and that is the beauty of India. And we have into such a multiple cultures. What is Dogra? Because I saw some folk dance, folk songs, many things on your Insta and Facebook handles. They are very attractive. Those music and all dances and all. Is it a village culture or what? Dogra actually.
Dogra is basically the people of Jammu region, most of them, they are called as Dogras and they speak the language Dogri. It sounds slightly similar to Punjabi, but it's a so but it is, of course, it is different, but it might sound like us a bit like Punjabi to people out from outside of Jammu and Kashmir. So Dogra culture is it's a very rich culture. We have our own peculiar way of celebrating the festivals. We have our own peculiar cuisine. A lot of it is like typical Pahari food of things that are grown on that are grown only on the mountains. Then we have Rajma Chawal, if you might have heard of it. It's very famous. Then we have that cheese called Kalari, the one that
Baboji
Boboji
cheese.
was cooking. Yes. We have songs which are like some Pahari songs. We have our own music instruments like kink and all. They are very indigenous and very peculiar to this place. Apart from that, I think the culture, the traditions, the way how weddings are done, how the ceremonies like Mundan ceremony and the functions and all these things are done, all of them are very peculiar to this place. Dogra is a culmination of all of that. It's a way of living. And most people, like I said, in Jammu region, most of the people are Dogras. There are other people, also there are Kashmiri people. Then we have some tribes also. We have Gujars, Bakarwals. But if you come to the Jammu region, most people speak Dogri language. They are called as the Dogras. Yeah.
Picture speaks many words. So this is what many people say, and I always trust in that because I learned my blogging and I learned many things through YouTube and all, and also by seeing illustrations and pictures. And your illustrations are really very good. One more interesting illustration or whatever you call on Corona, you did one thing that face mask. One queen is wearing. That is something different. See, wearing a mask by a normal people is some normal people will think, but Medhavi is a unique person. She thinks that a queen, where is a fascinating woman, is wearing a mask. How to wear a mask? This is she has done in a single word and a single picture. It speaks many words. Also Corona, one doctor and one nurse is stopping Corona. Some arts are really nice. How do you get these inspirations and ideas? I think your name
So
itself is
I think
Medhavi, intelligent. That is intelligent.
I think ideas are all around us. Like I said, that we have stories all around us, and it's just up to us to pluck them like flowers and to have them with us, and to present them to in even more better ways. About that woman who is a queen wearing the mask, the main purpose was to reach people and to give them the message that please wear it properly. Don't wear the mask, like don't keep your nose outside of it. And I think this medium like art, illustrations, and especially that visual language like a queen wearing a mask, I think that is for gaining the attention of people, that they would look at a message and read it. They would pay heed to it if it has been drawn in a very eye catching, a very attractive way. So or and people appreciate when they see a fusion of something that is very traditional but fused into contemporary times in a way. So that was my aim. So basically I think my aim would be fulfilled if even one person learns from it and starts wearing the mask the correct way. because even when today I don't go outside at all, but in case of emergencies, if I have to go, I find people roaming around not wearing the mask properly still. So I think being an artist, this is also our responsibility to react to things happening around us in our own, peculiar ways.
People think that Jammu and Kashmir is always having wars and all, and it is very pandemic like thing. See, the other part is people like Medhavi who are such a talented and artistic. So don't think that Jammu Kashmir is all about fighting and all. There are people who are very lovable and who are peaceful and who gives us peace also in these pandemic days by their awesome and adorable works. Medhavi, how about pandemic? What steps you are taking?
In my own personal life,
Yes, yes.
so I
How are
haven't
how
been
are
outside at
you
all.
combating this COVID situation?
I am not going outside, staying indoors only, and I wake up early in the morning. First thing I do in the morning is I have a glass of hot water. Then I do my yoga for 1 hour, and after that I do some. I help my mother with some work because we are not allowing anybody to come to our home. Even the household help is not allowed to come to home. Like she has been given a paid leave. We've asked her to stay at her home and not come outside at all. So I help my mother with all the jhadu and pocha after that. And by 9 o'clock or something, I am done with everything. I have my breakfast and I sit on my desk and I start doing my work, which includes my either my series or academic work or things like that. I drink a lot of hot water and I do gargles every second day, gargles with warm water. Other than that, yes, I try to stay optimistic and productive, and I try to invest a lot of time on self learning because we don't realize that we are getting this window, we are getting so much time with ourselves and with our family. We might never get sort of time again. Like
Yes.
if we want to see at the sunny side of the situation, I think this is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I try to spend a lot of time with my family, with my work, and yeah.
Even many celebrities also spending with their parents and family. I have seen in my Tollywood Telugu industry. So that is one good thing happened in this thing. Negative thing. Coming to the final thing. Thanks for coming to our channel and sharing lot of views and about your work and all. And I wish you all the very best for your future projects and endeavors, whatever you do, and keep doing this awesome painting and illustrations. Keep inspiring us and keep motivating us, and also make sure you are posting regularly on these poems and all, because you are doing only one or two. Now you should do at least once, so that we will be more happy. And this is pandemic, so stay home, stay safe. This is one mantra I used to tell everybody who comes to my channel. Thank you, Medhavi, for sparing this valuable time of yours for our channel, and we are very happy
Thank,
to have you here.
thank you so much. It's been a pleasure for me to come to your channel and talk. And it's been a one of a kind interview for me because I've never been in an interview with somebody from Hyderabad or somebody from the south part of India. And you being so interested and you like encouraged my work a lot and you appreciated the work I'm doing. So that is a huge thing for me. So I would thank you for that
Thank you so
and
much. Have a nice day
thank you so much.
and be
Thank you.
healthy. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.